Hi everyone! Welcome to this week's Lead Nudge. I am Silvia, your inclusive leadership mentor. And today I want to talk about a small micro habit that can help you set up your year for success. This is my personal leadership system or self-leadership system. This is a 15-minute exercise that I do every week. I am sure that you have finished at some point a Friday feeling that you are tired, like you have done a lot during the week, but when you think about the impact that you have made, it gets blurry and you feel that you're tired from work, but that you don't know how everything that you do connects to the bigger picture. And then comes Monday, right? And then you start where you finish on Friday, and it feels like you're in this ongoing loop where you kind of see where the finish line is, but you no longer see a path throughout the place that we are walking. So it's a little bit blurry, and what helps me is to have this exercise in which I make the effort to find what matters every week and why my work matters every week. And this is especially relevant if, like me, you are either working on leading projects that might not have a deliverable right away. So it could be that you're in a planning phase, or you're leading go-to-markets, or working on projects that that you're not necessarily building things yourself. Or this was also relevant for me when I was leading teams that they were delivering things, but I am basically guiding them, right? So if I look at my week, sometimes it feels like, when you're able to ask, yes, besides the meetings, what did I actually do? And how did my work contribute to the bigger goals? Why it's important to take the time to think about this is because when it gets busy, we forget to link our work into impact, and then it becomes a little bit reactive, right? Then we get into this trap of just following through with whatever work that gets shared with us from, let's say, top down, but then we're not able to critically think about what actually something that we should pick, or we should decide for our teams to pick, or what are some of the things that they do not actually move the needle and they do not make an impact. So for this week, what I want to share is this exercise to notice some sort of patterns early, and then by doing that, we can take a bit more control over how we are, about the path that we decide to walk towards that goal. The point here is, this is important, the point here is not to turn this into perfection. The point is not to make a checklist and create some sort of analysis of how, this is not a performance exercise. This is more an exercise to understand patterns for both us as individuals as well as for teams, right? You can first get better at doing this yourself and then share with your team. And this is where you can apply the exercise. So this is how this is my 15-minute exercise. I first start by listing 3 wins from the week, right? And those wins might be a mix in between deliverables and not deliverables, right? For me, I really like including one that is people related. And that's something that it's very important for me. It's aligned with my leadership skills, with my leadership goals, and what I care about with my values. If you are leading teams, then I would definitely advise you to take these, or if you're an aspiring leader, to take at least one of your 3 wins that is associated with people. There is no leadership without people. And if you're not in a leadership role, or if you're not interested in going into a leadership role, then that is okay. That might be something that's optional. And then the other two might be delivery related, right? So something that you actually tangible, that is tangible that you shared this week. Then I make an effort to think about what were some of the friction points where I felt that my energy was draining, was leaking. And that might be, let's say, like a meeting that shouldn't have been a meeting. We all know about these meetings that should have been a message. Could be about maybe joining too many one-on-ones, too many specific debate conversations. It will vary based on the work that you do, so I don't want to list over here, but it's more about find one friction point that you want to change or you want to avoid. And then the last step is to choose one right next step and to schedule it immediately, right? So whether that is, hey, for next week I want to be a little bit more conscious about the way that I spend my time, or next week I want to be able to deliver this slide for this stakeholder, or I want to be able to map my stakeholders. Whatever that is, make a decision and book it in your calendar. Add it as if it's a meeting, and add it as a time for you to work in this specific thing. So then at the end of the next week, you will already have this sense of achievement of something that you know it's important, you know it matters and contributes, and that you were able to take control over your time and the energy that you put into these efforts. What I want to be mindful is to focus that this doesn't turn into a productivity scorecard. So it's very important that this doesn't become some sort of self-productivity type of tracker, but rather a way to be reflective and to make it into a habit for you to know what works and what doesn't work, and that you take that self-leadership approach for yourself. Lead as you are, with courage, inclusion, and heart, you all.